What if the greatest conqueror in history wasn't defeated in battle, but was murdered by his own generals? At just 32 years old, Alexander the Great ruled the largest empire the ancient world had ever seen. From Greece to Egypt, from Persia to the edges of India, he was unstoppable. And then, suddenly, he was dead. No fatal wound, no battlefield defeat, just a mysterious illness and 11 days of suffering. So what really happened to Alexander the Great? Alexander was born in 356 BC in Macedon, the son of King Philip II. From an early age, he was trained for greatness. When a wild horse terrified the court, the young prince stepped forward. The court watched in silence as the young prince approached the wild horse. With steady hands and fearless calm, he mounted it. And legend began. His tutor was none other than the philosopher Aristotle, who taught him science, philosophy, and the art of leadership. By the age of 20, Alexander became king. Within 2 years, he crushed revolts in Greece. Then he turned east. In a lightning campaign, he defeated the mighty Persian Empire, one of the most powerful civilizations on earth. He was declared pharaoh in Egypt. He founded cities bearing his name. He pushed farther east than any Greek ruler before him. In just over a decade, he built an empire stretching across 3 continents. He had conquered the world, but the world would soon conquer him. In 323 BC, Alexander returned to Babylon. The city was meant to be the capital of his new empire. He was planning massive new campaigns, possibly into Arabia, maybe even further west. Then came the banquet. Ancient historians describe a night of heavy drinking with his generals. After the feast, Alexander complained of sudden pain. A high fever followed. Over the next several days, his condition worsened. He could barely move. He struggled to speak. Some accounts say he gradually became paralyzed. For 11 days, the most powerful man in the world lay helpless in his chamber. On June 10th, 323 BC, he died, or at least he was declared dead. Almost immediately, rumors began to spread. Was Alexander poisoned? The motive was clear. His empire was enormous, but fragile. Many of his generals feared being replaced. Others may have resented his growing ambition. Some ancient writers claimed poison was slipped into his wine during the banquet. But there's a problem. Most poisons known in the ancient world worked quickly. Alexander suffered for nearly 2 weeks. That doesn't fit typical poisoning patterns, unless it was a rare, slow-acting toxin. But there is no physical evidence, no remains, no confirmed weapon, only suspicion. Modern historians often favor natural causes. Babylon was surrounded by marshland, perfect breeding grounds for disease. Malaria is one possibility. Typhoid fever is another. Some medical experts believe typhoid matches his symptoms best: high fever, abdominal pain, gradual weakness. Others suggest West Nile virus or acute pancreatitis triggered by alcohol. There's also evidence Alexander carried old battle wounds that may have weakened his immune system, but none of these theories are proven because no body remains to test. There is one theory more chilling than the rest. What if Alexander wasn't dead when they said he was? Some researchers propose Guillain-Barré syndrome, a rare autoimmune condition that causes full-body paralysis, while the mind remains conscious. In ancient times, without modern medical tools, paralysis could easily be mistaken for death. Ancient writers even claimed Alexander's body did not decay for several days. Was that myth, or was he still alive? If true, the greatest conqueror in history may have died slowly, aware, unable to move. Alexander left no clear successor. When asked who should inherit his empire, he reportedly said, "To the strongest." Those words ignited chaos. His generals, known as the Diadochi, began fighting for control. Civil war consumed the empire. Within years, it fractured into rival kingdoms. Egypt went to Ptolemy, the East to Seleucus, Macedon to Antigonus. The unified empire vanished, and with it, Alexander's dream. Alexander the Great conquered the known world, but he could not conquer death. Poisoned by rivals, struck down by disease, paralyzed and buried too soon, we may never know. And perhaps that is why his legend endures, because sometimes history's greatest mysteries are the ones that remain unsolved. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video.